to start with, we're just going to do some dynamic movement. We'll start just with your shoulders and you just come in this way. Now to start with, you're not doing maximum effort, and then slowly over time, you're getting a little bit further. Now the amount of these that you need to do to get to wherever the most is going to kind of depend on you. So you can follow along for now, but then once you've done it a few times, or if you need to pause it to do some more, then pause it to do some more, or just do some more by yourself. So going a little bit further, not putting loads and loads of effort in, but slowly, just trying a little bit harder. And then we're going to switch to going out to the side. Again, starting small, and then slowly we're going to try and get a bit further. Trying a little bit harder. We're just going to rotate so our palms are facing this way and do some more. A few more. Cool, and then we're going to do the same thing with our legs. So we're going to swing forwards. It's really important that you keep your legs straight. So you can't do this because you're not going to get anything out of it. I want you to straighten that leg and swing. Not going as far as you can go to start with, so keeping it nice and gentle. And then slowly seeing if you can get a bit further. And we'll do the other side. So again, starting small and increasing the amount of effort and the amount of height. Trying to keep your knee as straight as you can. If it helps while you're doing these, you can give yourself a little target to try and get to. Sometimes having something to aim for makes it make a bit more sense in your body. Do a couple more of those. And then we're going to do some hip circles. So I want you to be really intentional. And you're like pushing into this hip, sticking your bum out, and then pushing into this hip. That's it. And then we'll do some circles. So you're going to go all the way around. We'll do 5 going one way, 2, 3, making the biggest circle that you can, 4 and 5, and then 5 the other way. One more. Cool. Now I'm going to start doing our stretching. So from here, coming into hands and knees position, and we'll just do some cat-cows. Trying to get our spine to move as much as we can. And trying to think about moving from one end to the other end. Being as smooth and intentional as you can. Cool. And then we're going to do some abductor lifts. So just from here, lifting this way. Try your best to keep your body still. So don't do that. Pulling your belly in, lifting out to the side. Straight out. We'll do 8 of these. 3, 4, 5. 8. And then 8 on the other side. Pulling your belly in. Squeeze your butt on this side to hold still. And 8. Good. Then we're going to come into a half kneeling position. And then just straightening that leg. Make sure your hips are forwards. So you don't want to be like this. in this position. So squeezing your butt and pushing that way, and then just pulling this leg back this way. And I'm going to try and see if you can tilt your hips away. And you're just going to fold towards that leg. This knee has to stay straight. And you're just folding towards this leg. And then we're just going to stay. Trying to keep it straight the whole time. Pushing your hips back the whole time. Should feel stretchy in the back of your thigh. Try your best to stay still. Don't fidget. Don't bend your knee. Keep your hips square. Well, then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So coming into that half kneeling position. Straighten that leg. Straighten your hips up. So squeezing your butt on this side. Just pulling your leg in here. Tilt your hips away. So that way. And then just folding down towards this leg. Should feel a stretch in the back of this leg. And we're just going to hang out here. Keeping this knee straight. Don't let yourself bend it. Try not to fidget. And we're just hanging out, okay? So stay still. Don't bend your knee. Just stay. Don't fidget. Keep breathing. Good. And I want you to stand up. You lift your knee up as high as you can, and then just extend out and come back, keeping your knee high. You can hold on to something if you want. For balance, lifting your knee up, hold your knee where it is, extend, and then come back. We'll do 8 of these. So extend. And then same on the other side. So keeping your knee up, extend. So then we're going to come back to that half kneeling position. Straighten that leg, and we're going to do that hamstring stretch again. So tilt your hips back, keep them straight, squeezing, folding, drawing this way as you come down. Then we're just going to stay. Staying in this position, really pulling back. Try your best not to fidget. Cool, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So coming into that hard kneeling position, straighten that leg, tilt your hips away, drawing this leg in, folding over into that stretch. And then stay, trying your best not to fidget. Cool. And we're going to come into a half squat ankle stretch. So your heel has to be on the floor in this position, and then you want your thigh in the same line as your foot, with your knee going over. You don't want to be twisting around. So making sure that your hip, your knee, and your foot, they're all in the same line. What this leg's doing doesn't matter too much, but your heel has to stay on the floor, and you have to be over your foot. And you're just going to put some weight here, however far you can go. Then we're just hanging out in this position, using your body weight to push you forwards. Do not let your heel come off the floor. That is very, very important. Your heel has to stay down. Using your body weight, and we're just hanging out here now. Spending some time in this position, trying to get your ankles more flexible in this position so you can do your sit spin. So just stay. Now I want you to just rock a little over. Still keep your heel on the floor. And we're going to do maybe 20 of these. So rocking a little bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway. Do not let your heel come off the floor. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're doing the same thing. So come in into that position. Keep your heel down, your hip, your knee, and your toes all in the same line, using your body weight to push your knee past your toes. Do not let your heel come off the floor. This bit's really, really important. And we're just hanging out in this position now, spending a bit of time here, getting used to what it feels like. Trying to breathe, trying to be still. Getting used to just being still in these positions is super, super important. I know it's really, really hard not to fidget, but I want you to do your best. Just stay. Gotta just get used to that feeling. And then we're gonna do our little bounces again. For these, every time you bounce, you're just pushing your knee a little bit further, and then just easing off just a little bit more. So we'll do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's halfway. Do not let your ankle come up, your heel come up. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. So then we're going to come into this position here, and I want you to hug your leg as much as you can and keep your body on your thigh, and then point your toes, keeping your legs straight, so don't bend your knee. You're going to try and lift this leg up and then back down. And we'll do maybe 5 of these on each side. Keep that leg straight, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So coming in, hug your leg, point your toes. Do not let this knee bend. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just drop this leg. This knee has to stay straight. Part 1 is you're going to push this leg into the floor, and you're going to reach towards the inside of your leg. So you'll get a nice big stretch here, maybe a stretch in here. Don't let your knee bend. Get in as far down as you can go. And we're just going to hang out here. Just breathe in. Try not to fidget. And then we'll come up and rotate towards that leg, and then folding again, trying to get your belly as close to your thigh as you can, reaching towards that foot. Don't let your knee bend. If you can't reach your foot, doesn't matter. Grab hold of your leg and try and just pull yourself into the fold and stay. Whatever happens, stay down here. Don't start doing this. Don't start backing off. You have to stay the whole time, even though it's horrible, even though it kind of hurts. Just stay anyway. We're going to stay for maybe 20 more seconds. Cool, and then we'll do the same thing the other way. So coming into this position, pushing this leg down, reaching inside this leg. You want to just try and fold that way. Get to where it feels stretchy and then try and stay still. So just stay, just chilling. Breathe in, breathe in. You should be feeling a nice big stretch up that side of your torso. Do not fidget. Stay still. Then coming up and folding towards that leg. Trying to get your belly as close to your thigh as you can. Just reaching as far as you can reach. So even if it's just to your ankle or just to your shin, that's fine. But hold on and pull yourself down. Wherever you get to, just stay. Do not let your knee bend. That is really, really important. Your knee has to stay straight the whole time. You have to stay as much down as you can. Don't move. Just breathe. Chilling. Just getting used to what it feels like. We're just going to be still. We're going to stay for 20 more seconds. Every time you breathe out, see if you can get a little bit further. But whatever happens, do not get more up. Stay down. Cool. Hold on. Relax. So then we're going to do these leg lifts again. Holding on, keeping that leg straight. Do not let your knee bend. Very, very important. Has to stay straight. 5 times. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hugging the other leg. Staying as far over as you can. Pointing those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. And then this will be our final task. It's going to come into a 90-90 position. So make your chest is going to face over this front leg. And you want this knee in line with this hip. And this foot in line with this knee. So not here. Here. So it's making a right angle. 90-degree angle. And then you're doing the same thing here. So 90 degrees. This knee is in line with this hip. This foot's in line with this knee. 90 degrees. I'll give you a second to figure that out. So once you're in those 90-degree positions, facing over this leg, I find it helpful sometimes to hold on to this front leg to hold you. You're probably going to want to be over here, but don't let yourself be. Push yourself up. If you can't hold yourself, you can put this hand on the floor to push you up, but try to stay upright and facing this way. So then in this position, what I want you to do is fold over your front leg. So you're folding this way. And you're keeping your torso straight. You're keeping these legs in this position. You're driving your hips back. And we're just going to hang out here for a little bit. And come up. You're going to have a hand on the floor or on your knee and then on your foot. And we're going to do 5 up and down. So from here, coming over and then up, down, up, 3 more, down, up, down, up, 1 more, and up. Good job. Let's do the same thing the other way around. So again, finding those 90-degree angles. So 90 degrees, 90 degrees, facing over this leg, pushing yourself up if you can't hold yourself up. I'll give you a second, making sure you're in the right position, and then we're going to fold over this front leg. We'll just stay for a little bit. Trying your best not to fidget. Just stay. Every time you breathe out, see if you can relax into it a little bit more. And then coming up. And then put this hand either on the floor or on your knee, and then this hand on your foot. We're going to do 5 up and downs. So forward, and then up, down, and up. 3 more, down, and up, down, and up, down, and up. Step 4 or 5. Let's do 1 more just in case. Down, and then up. Good job. And then just finish. You're going to sit with your legs straight. Now, it might actually be helpful for you to sit on something. So grab a pillow or something and just put it under your butt. This is going to make it a little bit easier for you to keep your legs straight. And then in this position, try and sit nice and tall. So not slouching like this, but tall here. So like, just moving from your hips, and then you're just going to fold as far forwards as you can go. So not here, but here. And you're just going to hang out in this position. You should feel a stretch in the backs of your legs. If you don't, fold a little bit more. Keep folding until you can feel that stretch without slouching. See if you can get a little bit more far. Good job. Okay, relax. Your task is to try and do that a few times a week. You can pause the video if you need to have a little bit more time to do things. And hopefully, if you keep doing it, everything will start to feel a little bit more flexible, a little bit easier to get into the positions. Good luck.